1, 2, 3, clap. Great.
I love that.
That's like just how I'm going to line it up. That's how I used to do it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
That's perfect. It'll be fine. Hey.
Hi.
How are you? As she downs the wine.
Oh my god. I can't today. I can't. But
I can't today either.
It's just like,
you.
I was only supposed to be at the studio for 5 hours, and I was at the studio for 8 hours. And I'm subbing
too much
3 classes this week, which is fine.
Yeah, that's too long.
It's fine. I love teaching. I wasn't mentally prepared for it, and I didn't bring enough snacks.
Oh my gosh. The snacks. We need the snacks.
Yeah.
We need enough snacks.
Exactly.
I feel you. I'm tired. I'm
Yeah.
so tired today. I haven't slept. Been seeing like demons out of the corner of my eyes at night.
I just am a demon.
It's you!
Hi!
Oh my god. Oh my god. I love that so much. It's just you. No, it's been good. I haven't been sleeping, but I lit a fall candle. It smells like fall. I decorated fall, which just pumpkins, not Halloween. Everybody calm down. It's 106 in Phoenix today.
Gross.
Wore a sweater.
It was 92 here today. 92 with like 75% humidity.
Oh my god, that's
It was
terrible.
nasty.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. I mean, It was a little humid today in Phoenix, but humid for Phoenix, not like humid compared to the rest of the world. But
Well, I remember there was one day in Phoenix before I left for grad school. It was like 112, and then it was also like 55% humidity because it was monsoon season. It was gnarly.
Oh my
And then I got in my
gosh.
car later that day, and it read at 220 degrees inside the car, and I went, fuck that. Fuck that.
I gotta get out of this car. I'm gonna die.
I did get out of that car. Oh, man.
Oh my
that
God,
sucked.
it's
It was when I was
funny.
temping at a law firm.
Yeah, that's too hot. That's way too
And
hot.
I went back inside, and they went, oh, why did you forget something? I went, no, my car's too hot. The air conditioning's running. I can see it. Can I stay here for a minute?
It's too hot. I need to stay inside, please.
It was so wild. Oh my god.
It's way too hot here. Like sometimes I'm just like, why the hell do I
left
live?
for a reason.
I know. It's just like there's no more water. It's hot as shit. Everything wants to like kill you, and everything's dead. Like what?
Oh, and apparently the world started spinning faster.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't hear
Yeah,
that.
on like last Thursday.
Oh.
I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm like, honestly, that checks out.
How? What? I don't think I could take
I don't
another
even
thing.
know. I don't
think
even
could
know.
I'm gonna just ignore that you said that because I don't think my
Okay.
brain could take like another thing.
I mean, also, like, I learned that on TikTok, so, like, take that with a grain of salt.
Hey, you have a lot of things on TikTok these days.
It's
Not
because
you.
that's the only,
The
like, place that I
collective
go
you.
now.
Us you, not just you.
The us
specific.
you, except not you, because you don't have a TikTok.
That's true. But you and a couple of my other friends, shout out to Bradley, who sends me TikToks because I'm the old lady that won't get a TikTok.
Neither will Nick. It's fine. It's wild.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is wild. It's nice getting them, like, from you guys, because then
I'll text
feel
you the ones
cool.
that I think are really funny.
I appreciate it.
Hey, everyone. My name is Alyssa.
And I'm Ellen, and welcome to the Modern Singer Podcast.
I like that we're smiling at our cameras, even though we're not video recording right now.
I know!
That was my favorite thing that we just did.
At least we're smiling at each other. Like, I can see you and you
Yeah.
can see me, but nobody else can see us, because I look very, very rough today.
I look like I spent 8 hours at a yoga studio, a hot yoga studio, where I can't get the lobby temperature below 84.
Oh my god,
And
no.
I'm pissed.
No, that's too hot.
We've only got a couple weeks left of summer, so
That's true. I'm ready.
I love fall. I love fall.
I
I'm so
love
excited
fall.
for it.
I am just jealous that you get real fall and I get
Haha.
no fall. Although
I'll send you pretty pictures.
Thank you. In Phoenix, it does get to be hoodie season, which is really great because it doesn't, like, the temperatures don't go past fall temperatures.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, like, nice while y'all are, like, freezing and dying in the snow.
It's not that
I'm
bad.
just wearing a hoodie. But,
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be summer here until, like, November.
Exactly. Well, what have you been up to this week?
Oh my gosh. I have some really exciting news to tell you.
Tell me everything.
So, Ellen's home saga continues, but
No.
it has finally come to an end. I guess it doesn't continue. It has finally come to an end. Countertops have got installed for the third time, and guess what? They look beautiful, and we don't have to do them again.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited. You have to take a picture so we can post it on our Instagram.
I will. It looks just like me. It looks rough right now, but
It's okay. You'll decorate it for fall and it'll look great.
exactly. I'll decorate it and then I'll send you a pic and everyone can see it then. But yeah, I'm so freaking excited. They look really nice. They're installed. I'll have a kitchen again. I'll have a sink and won't have to do my dishes in the bathroom sink anymore. And I can't tell you how excited I am.
I'm stoked for you.
I know. No more house projects. Like we're not. I mean, with
just gonna take a little
hired,
break.
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna take a pause.
Like a little pause.
Just a little pause for my mental health. What have you been up to?
Well, speaking of mental health, so I'm working with Annalisa on a bunch of like grippiness that I have in my mind, and a lot of it comes from like physical things. So she had me watch the new Minimalist documentary on Netflix. If you haven't watched it yet, definitely watch it. And they said something that really spoke to me where it's similar to Marie Kondo, except instead of does this item bring me joy, it's does this item bring value to my life?
Oh, that's nice.
Because there are some things where I'm like, well, I've got to keep that gown because it looks really good on stage, or crap, I have like all of these random costume pieces that I actually have had to use in performances before. Mm-hmm. So I'm going through, I wrote out like a whole like daily thing. I did it myself, and I'm doing a minimalist breakdown of all of my belongings.
I love
I'm like 2 days behind right now because I needed to take some time off for my mental health and also sleeping and hang out with my boyfriend who I haven't seen in 3 weeks. But I went through like all of my hair things yesterday. Why do I own 15 scrunchies? I wear 3 of them.
Oh my God, 15.
I wear 3 of them.
I like that it's not, does this bring me joy, but do I need this? Because like my character shoes, like no, those things do not bring me joy. I hate them. But do I use them anytime I perform? Yes. Like.
So I'm like going through different parts of my house. The first thing I did was my TBR shelf on my bookshelf. I got rid of 3 books. And that's a big deal for me because it's 3 books that are on my to be read list that I looked at and I went, this sounds awful.
This sounds awful. Why did you buy them?
I didn't. They've been like given to me over the years.
Okay, good, okay.
And so they're getting donated to the library.
Oh, that's a great place to bring them.
Oh, yeah. So usually I'll try to do a secondhand bookstore, but it's literally only 3 books, and I don't know where the closest used bookstore is.
Yeah.
And I'm lazy right now, and so they're getting donated to the library.
No,
so if you ever
perfect.
have anything book-wise or CDs or DVDs, you can always donate them to your local public library, and they're a tax write-off. So there's that.
Oh, well, that's a perk.
Exactly.
Huh.
But I still have to do my makeup drawer. That was 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
And I haven't done that one yet. It's like a mix of my makeup drawer and my quote-unquote medicine cabinet where like I keep all my drugs. And by drugs, I mean like literally like my vitamins and my antidepressants.
Not your like cocaine and... Well, that too, just on the side. Just kidding.
I mean, honestly, knowing my luck, I'd be fucking allergic.
Oh my God.
So there's
Facts.
that.
That is a absolute fact.
Like literally, oh, and it got worse too. So I'm a vegetarian. I have food allergies, and my nutritionist had me try out a gluten-free diet, and I'm fucking pissed because I feel so much better.
Oh no! Oh,
I'm so mad.
Oh no!
I had a pizza last night. I only had a couple slices, but like I had a pizza and breadsticks and like little cinnamon pull-aparts. Mm-hmm. They were so good.
Oh, how do you feel today?
And like it was worth it, but like I'm super bloated today, and I could feel it.
Ugh.
And I can notice the differences, even though it's only been like 2 weeks, and I'm like mad about it.
That would piss me off so much.
I'm like
my God.
mad that she was right.
Oh my God.
I'm pissed. Annalise, I love you, but fuck.
That was literally me last year when I was going through all these digestional issues. Still going through them, but they're stress related. But my doctor was like, oh, let's test you for celiac and let's see if you're lactose intolerant. And
I need to put you in contact with my wellness coach because she's lovely. She's one of the teachers at the yoga studio.
I love that.
And I've been working with her for like 6 months to like figure out like food again.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have hunger cues 6 months ago.
Oh, interesting.
They just like didn't exist.
That's interesting.
And I also like didn't know how to feed myself, so she was like helped me make my grocery list.
Help me.
And I went, Mom, help.
Help me. No, I know. Yeah, so like when I went to the doctor, or what was that? I went to where they take your Sonora Quest or whatever. And I was like, I'm going to be so fucking pissed. Oh, sorry, pardon my language. I'm going to be so pissed if I'm lactose intolerant and can't eat cheese. The guy told me.
Oh, I am lactose intolerant.
Oh, that would piss me off.
It does not stop me.
That would piss me off. I'm not lactose intolerant. I don't have celiac disease.
I am lactose intolerant. I eat so much cheese. I love cheese.
Maybe that's why you're bloated.
Cheese and ice cream. Fuck you. Don't take the few joys I have left, Ellen.
Like, I'm eating cheese, I'm eating bread.
Let me have this.
Let me live my life.
Oh my
god.
But yeah, so that's what I've been up to, is just all of these new like dietary experiments and life experiments. And then I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to put it on air, but some really fun auditions and offers that I am working towards. I already told Ellen.
I know, I'm so excited.
But did I tell you all 3 that happened?
You told me.
Like at the same time. It was like in the same 20 minutes.
You told me 2.
So I was... Alyssa, cut this.
Good call.
But yeah, so that's what I'm doing.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about it. I don't want to jinx anything, but I have a really good feeling.
Good. Put those good vibes out.
Yeah.
I'm sending you good vibes.
All of the good vibes.
All the good vibes.
Even though I like really hurt my knee again.
Oh my gosh, it looks so bad. It's like all taped up.
It only looks bad because I had to put a bunch of KT tape on it, and my KT tape is bright blue.
It looks like really like serious. You know what I mean?
It's not that serious. Like so for those of you who like have never used KT tape, I was young and stupid in dance class, and I hyperextended my knee, especially my MCL and my ACL, which is the ligaments on the back of your kneecap. Not your kneecap, your knee. And so you use, basically it's a tape that has a bunch of stretch to it, and you use it to add some extra tension to help support your knee rather than just wearing a knee brace, which is just overall compression, which is not what my knee needed. It needed more support. So I had to watch a couple videos to remember how to do it. But my knee's like all sorts of taped up. If I remember before I take it off, because it's probably going to be off by the time this goes live, I'll like take a picture.
Yeah,
of the
take a
studio.
picture.
Oh my gosh, Smalls is like melted in the corner.
Aww.
And she's like all laid out.
She was like,
She's so
Mom,
cute.
you wouldn't let me play tag, so I'm just going to melt over here.
She's more like, Mom, why didn't you turn the air conditioning off?
Right? Mom, it's hot in here.
Mom.
Win.
Oh my god, she like has one claw up on her scratch post. Just one.
Like a little diva
then
pose.
her head's like hanging back.
Her little diva
You're
pose.
such a diva.
Sweet baby.
You're so dramatic. I bet you were a tenor in a last life.
Oh.
I'm just saying.
I can see it. I can see it.
Yeah.
She's a sweet
Porte's definitely been a bass baritone.
Yeah, he's like...
He's such a bro.
He is such a bro.
But he's so snuggly.
He is.
But he's also a fucking dick sometimes.
He loves his mama, though.
He loves me so much.
He loves his mama.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so what's...
Well, what else?
I don't know.
What's new with Modern Singer?
Oh, yeah.
We've got some fun new things.
We
Do you
have
wanna
some.
kick us off?
Hell yeah, we got some fun new things. Our freebie vault. If you are part of our newsletter, which is our freebie vault, that has completely changed. If you're signed up, freebie vaults will now come just directly to your inbox, so you don't have to go off the email and go find it. It'll just be a lot easier. You get one per month. In August, newsletter subscribers receive the Modern Singer cookbook. Super cool. And if you're not signed up, don't worry, because if you sign up today, you'll also receive the Modern Singer Cookbook. So you can sign up on our website at modern-singer.com. They'll be in the show notes also. I highly recommend it. The Modern Singer Cookbook is so much fun. What are they, like the dark chocolate fruit and nut bites?
Oh my gosh.
I know, I can't stop talking about them.
Make them like at least twice a month.
They're so freaking good. And you like can put different toppings on them too. So I mean, it's literally just melted chocolate that you put in a circle and then you put toppings on it. And I have like that bougie flaky salt. Oh my god.
Oh, that's some good shit.
With like some pumpkin seeds or like some cranbaisins or like with dark chocolate. Like
I'm sorry, with some cran what now?
Some cranbaisins. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
I do, but I'm going to call you out anyways.
What are they?
Raisins.
Craisins.
Craisins.
Craisins. Cranbaisins. Anyway.
No.
Anyway, definitely, if you're part of the Freebie Vault already, everything is just going to be in the newsletter now. You don't even have to worry about it. But if you're not, definitely sign up today. That cookbook is totally worth it.
We're so excited to announce September's freebie is our audition season checklist that will be sent out in the first week of September. I also have another cute little, whatchamacallit. What do you call it? It's not a graph.
Tracker?
It is a tracker. But so we have a tracker coming out for all of your auditions. I've had a ton of people recently ask me about my personal audition tracker that I've been running since 2018, and I am turning it into a Modern Singer template that you can download and use yourself.
Yeah, it's actually already in the shop, so take a look.
No, it's not. I haven't made it yet.
No, yes,
Don't
you did.
say that. Now I have to make it on time.
No, yes, you
did. No,
did.
that's the other one.
Oh, that's the new teacher.
That's the teacher tracker.
Oh, okay, my bad. Cut it.
I'm talking my, like, balls to the walls crazy audition
Your
tracker.
audition. Okay. You see that, like, highlighted thing at the bottom. Okay, I did that.
Yeah, like, mine is color-coded.
Yeah, okay.
To the extreme.
Cut all that. I was like, oh, I already put it in there. No, I got you.
I mean, if it's in here, I'll make it by the time this goes live.
Cut that part.
No, it's fine.
Oh, my God. Well, with audition season looming around the corner, this week we are going to chat all about how to organize your audition applications. How's that sound? Okay, maybe not. I think, never mind.
Sorry.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Nice talking to you. Most likely, you're going to be applying to many different opera companies or YAPs, and they're all going to have their own requirements, deadlines, and somehow all of them are always performing different operas. However, some of them always perform the same ones. Right. Carmen was across the board this year. What else is coming up next year? There's a bunch. Oh, there was Cozy's out the wazoo 2 years ago.
Oh my God.
Note was like 4 or 5 years ago. It was everywhere. There's always at least one or two that are across the board crazy. Everyone is doing. I have no idea what this year's is going to be. But usually they're all performing a bunch of different operas and a bunch of different kinds of shows from a lot of different time periods. It can get very overwhelming and messy. Do yourself a favor and have an organization and tracking system in place at the start of the season to make your life easier, and as always, set yourself up for success.
You know that we love our spreadsheets.
I love spreadsheets.
Alyssa.
I love them.
Our organization.
They are so color coordinated.
So be like us and start by making a spreadsheet. Modern Singer has one. Alyssa copied off of hers and created a beautiful one for you. So check that out in our shop. It should be up soon.
It should be up by the time this goes live. I should have my shit together, theoretically.
You know, if it's not there, you should follow us on social media so you know when it drops.
You know, if it's not there, DM me on Instagram and annoy me and I'll do it.
There you go. Please do that.
Start DMing me.
So either with your own tracker or using our perfectly curated one, each time you apply or thinking about applying for a gig, when you research a company that you are looking into, write down the application parameters. The company's name, the fees, shows they're performing, where they listed this gig, like is it Yap Tracker or their website, and where they ask you to apply, because they might list it on Yap Tracker but have a different link that goes to their website or some other form that they want you to apply on.
My biggest suggestion for this is to keep this tracker online, because you can hyperlink things in these trackers so that you have everything all in one place. It's so useful to have this online rather than just having it in a paper tracker.
Yeah, it's so much easier, and you can access it anytime from your phone, from, you know, a friend's computer if yours died, wherever. Some other things to add are what and when our pre-screen materials due, if applicable. Sometimes, you know, they need a bunch of them. Sometimes they don't need any of them at all.
I hate the companies that require like 5 and they don't watch any of them. It pisses me off.
Oh my gosh. Like 4 videos.
Like, why do you require 4 videos? You're not watching any of them. Don't waste my time.
Oh my gosh. I know. It's a lot. I mean, I understand if you want video to see how I move or, you know, what I look like on camera or whatever.
Or to like actually listen to me sing.
5?
5 is too many.
5. Way too
Watch
many.
my reel. You're fine.
It's too many. It's fine.
Oh my God.
But definitely make sure you put that stuff down because they can get complicated. As we have mentioned, they can get complicated. They're all different. I mean, I don't think any of them are
There was
the
one
same.
year I had to record 15 different songs because I couldn't find any that matched across the board. Like, I had to do a cabaret piece. I had to do a Mozart, but it couldn't be this Mozart. I had to do a Donizetti piece. I had to do a Verdi. And then they also wanted to make sure that I hit the Romantic era, but it had to be in a specific language. Like, it was so annoying.
Especially if you're applying for YAPs, this is huge because they want specific stuff and they want a variety
Which
of
is
stuff.
stupid.
So
Sorry. I have a lot of
Sometimes-
feelings about this. We're going to get into it next episode, but I have a lot of feelings.
yeah. Well, sometimes it makes sense, and sometimes it's like, I don't sing that rep, so, and I'm only applying for this particular role that doesn't sing that rep. So it's just make sure that you're keeping track of that in your tracker. Also, their projected audition dates, because you might be working, it might conflict with other ones, and their performance dates and repertoire. Unfortunately, also, some programs may require letters of recommendation or references,
Dumb.
mostly YAPs or year-long programs.
Dumb.
So
I'm going to cut that out, but dumb.
mostly year-long programs and YAPs, so just make sure you have these secured and have asked these individuals beforehand if you can use them as a reference, or ask them to write a letter. Give them time. It's not easy writing recommendation letters. Take it from somebody who has written multiple. They want to put you in a good light, so, you know, give them time to do that.
Yeah.
You know? So
When I was at Boston Conservatory, I had teachers like very specifically say, I need at least 4 to 6 weeks notice if you want a recommendation letter. If it's faster than that, because they released their application and it's due 4 weeks or like 3 weeks later, you have to give me as much notice as possible because they have to take time out of their day to write you a recommendation. Sometimes they have to fill out a form. Sometimes it's like it's a 2-minute process and they're just filling out a form. Sometimes it's they have to write a whole letter for you from scratch. So definitely just make sure that you give people the time to support you in the best way possible so that they want to keep supporting you.
yeah, definitely. And sometimes applications just ask you for recommendations, like just like a job application, like their name and their phone number and stuff. Make sure that you ask those individuals as well, because you don't want to catch them off guard. You want to make sure that those people answer their phone, or they're being prepared, you know, they're prepared to talk about you in a good light, and you never want to just spring that on somebody.
Yeah, I had a conductor yell at me one time because I had asked him at the beginning of the season. I said, hey, can I use you for auditions this season? He said, yeah. And I went, cool. And I thought that was that because, like, we had been chill, because he also told me, please stop asking me every time you apply. And I went, okay.
Okay.
So then I did, and he went, did you use me as a fucking recommendation? I went, yeah, you said I could. And he went, God damn it.
That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
Like, make sure you give
Just,
them a
like,
heads up,
let them
too.
know.
Like, hey, I applied.
He just got annoyed because I applied to, like, 50 different things that season that he told me to stop
that
asking
happens.
every time. It was so funny.
That happens. It's nice, but yeah, just give them a heads up. Be like, hey, you know, shoot them an email, a text, or let them know in person, depending on how you know this person. Just say, hey, you know, I applied for these places. Thank you. You know, if you can consolidate, that's really great. But just giving those people a heads up or enough time to write those letters for you will end up, you know, behooving you in the long run.
Why did you put so much emphasis on behooving?
Because it's such a weird word.
It is such a weird word.
Like, I couldn't think of a better word, and then that was the only one that came to mind, and so then I was like, fancy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Just remember you love me.
I love you so much. And, like, this is the reason why.
Everyone on here is like, oh my God, I hate her.
Please shut up.
Please stop saying behooving.
Behooving.
Behooving. Oh my God.
If you're looking for a place to keep your tracker, Google Drive is an excellent place to start. This way you can access your spreadsheet no matter where you are, and you can always make sure that it's up to date. Talk about your GD. What?
Talk about your Google Drive.
Everyone's heard so much about my Google Drive. Fucking love my Google Drive. It's color-coded.
I know.
If anyone has questions about my
color-coded.
Google Drive, please DM me on Instagram. I will respond to you, and I will be very excited about it.
If anyone has any questions, go to the shop and download it because...
Well, you can do
she
that,
created
but if
one
you
for
also want, like, to see my color-coded Google Drive, I will show you my color-coded Google Drive.
She just wants to show her Google Drive. Please look at my Google Drive.
Look at it.
It is
I
really
worked
pretty.
so hard on it.
No, it's really pretty. And it's easy to access, and, you know, there's a lot going on. We have possibly multiple jobs, many
I have
gigs,
so many jobs.
stuff, different things. Yeah, and, you know, if you don't make it easy for yourself, it's going to be another overwhelming thing. So
Yeah.
just when you start out, just make it easy, make it organized at first.
Yeah, and, like, my tracker I've been keeping since 2018, since the 2018-19 season, and I have different tabs on that tracker, so I always know who I applied to, what I submitted to them, if I got an audition, what I sang for that audition. I've got a different notebook that I use for, like, post-audition how I feel, and sometimes, if I remember, I'll put it into my tracker.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I take, like, 2 minutes. Hold on, let me actually get it.
I like that because then it's right there with all of the information. You say, oh, I applied with these selections, you know, these pre-screened selections. I sang these ones. If you got the audition, this is what they did this year, and this is how I felt about it, or this is what they asked for, or they needed a monologue, or so, you know what I mean? And so you can kind of, not only take note of the not monetary, but like the static things.
Yeah.
That's not the right word, but
So-
but also like your feelings.
What I write down in my notebook, I'm showing Ellen, but it's like one of those quarter-sized notebooks. It's not very big because I don't put a
Little
lot
teeny guys.
of words in here. But if I go into an audition, I write down the company and where I auditioned, the date and time, what I wore, so I remember, because a lot of times people are very visual creatures. So if you wear one thing and you get a callback, or let's say you go in the next year, people remember what you wore and they remember the colors that you're associated with. It's a very subconscious thing. So I'll, like, write down what I wore so I can remember. I'll
That's
write
a good
down
idea.
what I started with, and then all the other things that I offered. And then if I can figure it out, I will ask who I sang for, so who's on the panel in the room. And then I'll write down a couple of notes. So let's say I auditioned for this company on the 13th of November in 2019 at 5:30 p.m. I gave myself a 9 out of 10 because I felt really solid on it. So
I love it. It's like a nice rating. Yeah.
I wore a blue wrap dress. I know exactly what I'm talking about because I wore it for years. I started with a lovely night. And I offered my Sydney monologue. I've got My Darling Jim, Dave Yenny. I put a star and an underline on it because that's what they called. They wanted the end. I offered If I Loved You, Morning Person, Greenfinch, and then they also called for a portion of In My Dreams from Anastasia. I wrote down who I sang for. It was the company producer, and I wrote down the pianist's name because a lot of times pianists work with the company for a while. And then in the notes, I wrote, I felt really strong. I forgot to breathe a couple of times, and I needed more eye focus. But yay. She asked about last year's and said I'd be great. Fun fact, she tells me that every year, and she keeps sending me the generic PFO. And I would love for that to stop.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah,
This is why you need to write this stuff down, though. It's like, you know, any other company like Google, Meta, whatever, Facebook, they keep stats on people and on things, and this is your stat taking.
Exactly.
You know,
and I just I write this stuff down so that I know what I did, so I can flip back through here, because this little notebook is always on me when I'm going to auditions. and I can see what I did before. Because this is, so my notebook is only for auditions, live auditions that I do. Mm-hmm. Virtual auditions, what the fuck ever. I can watch the videos again. I don't care.
Yeah, it's not as, you're not interacting with people.
Exactly.
It's more of a submission. So, yeah.
If I'm in person,
so you can just put in your track
I write into this notebook, and then I'll copy some of the stuff in. Like, I'll copy what I started with, who I sang for, and then, like, notes that I felt. Like, this one was bad. This is February 2nd, 2019. I
feel like I'm reading from your diary or something.
I know, it's awful. Like, the first word in all caps is bad with 3 underlines.
No.
Jumped from start to high E's, ? And had to start over. Very stiff. She wasn't thrilled with me.
No.
Like, I remember. I was so nervous, and I think I was sick at the time, and I was on cold meds, and I, like, wasn't sure what I was doing, and I was very nervous because it was the first time. 2019 was the first season that I started auditioning for, like, gig work, not just like summer programs. Right. But yeah, it was, oh my god, I'm like looking back at these and this is so funny.
It is literally
this is
like
hilarious. This is my audition diary.
You write down, I also love that you write down who you sang for, because
I do my best to write it down, because sometimes I just don't know who they are and I forget to ask.
Yeah, and sometimes well, sometimes you don't know who they are, but then they introduce themselves, and it's only fresh, like, right after you leave, because you're like,
literally, it's what I do to close out my auditions. Like, it's what I do before I leave the building, so that I can leave the audition in the building, and I'm not taking it out with me. Like, whether it was good, whether it was bad, it stays in the building. It doesn't come with me.
And you can also, if you know who it is, or if you're like, oh, it's the GD, you can look it up later. If it was a bad audition, maybe that means that you're going to try to get, yourself or your materials in front of them another way. Or if it was really good, you're like, oh, they're going to be at this event, or that opera company is hosting an event and I'm close to it. Maybe I'm going to go and make it a point to introduce myself, to talk to that person, to get to know them a little bit more, because, every little bit counts, and putting those breadcrumbs together for them might actually help you get a gig. So I love that. Oh, I don't even know where we are. Okay, I got you. I'm here. Next, figure out if you actually want to apply for the gig. Do you have required materials that they're asking for? Do you actually want to spend a year in that city, in a different city, away from your, apartment or house? Do these programs conflict with any prior commitments you may have, or holidays? Do you not want to miss the holidays? Are there any roles that you can actually perform this season, or are you just looking at it because you think you should apply? These will really help you eliminate the programs just right off the bat, so you don't waste any time or money on them, and you can really focus on the ones that you might actually get gigs from.
My first season, I applied to so many companies. I spent $850 on application fees.
I did the same thing.
I didn't get hired for shit.
I did the same thing. I spent so much money and time, but applying to companies that, like, people told me to apply to, and I wasn't even, like, cut out to sing in their programs.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It was like
there weren't even roles for me.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what am I doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. I understand, wanting to apply to those places,
Save
or
your
if
money,
there's a role that you, or you feel like I really want to sing for this company, and there's a role I might be able to get, or something like that. Then sure. But I mean, if it's like only tenors and there's no soprano like spots, then don't apply. Don't waste your money. Yeah, right. Exactly.
If you have time, figure out if you need to put together any extra materials to apply. Do you need to create another pre-screen video? Do you need to voice record any specific aria for this application? If so, start making these plans right now. Reserve a space to record, nail down your pianist, and talk to your voice teacher to make sure you are both on the same page. This is a good selection, and it's polished enough for you to offer. If there isn't enough time to put these materials together, take it off your list. It is not the end of the world. You want to make sure you are meeting the requirements the companies have set forth.
And you also want to make sure that you're putting yourself in the best light possible, because as we all know, they don't listen to everything. They scroll to the high note or to the hard section or to the part that they really care about. They watch, maybe, sometimes they probably watch, but not always, watch a little bit of your video in the audition room. You don't really have a lot of time anyway. Sometimes they cut, you down just to one aria or a part of an aria because they don't really have a lot of time. So just make sure that you're putting yourself in the best light. Another step before applying is to make sure all your materials are up to date, are on brand, and showcase who you are as an individual and a performer right now. If you don't know how to do this, definitely check out our branding workshop. Visit modern-singer.com. This workbook gives you a huge leg up in branding yourself as a singer and really puts you above the rest even before you audition.
Once you start applying, you can add sections to your spreadsheet. What date did you apply? How did you submit if there are multiple options? And what selections did you offer? If there's any contact information listed on the application, definitely write it down for future reference, but just know they don't always want to hear from everyone after the auditions. They're hearing hundreds of people every single day that they're on this audition tour, and even a thank you can kind of fall on very annoyed ears.
Write it down so you know who you sang for. Maybe you could, bump elbows with them later. Make sure, maybe you'll be able to run into them, have a conversation.
Make it organic. Don't make it forced.
Back. Yeah, exactly.
Try and group your auditions so that you can reduce your amount of travel. Many auditions are held in NYC, and if you are not local or close to the area, the cost of travel can really add up quickly. See if you can group your auditions into one trip. Do they audition in other cities that you're closer to, maybe? Map out these dates and include any date preferences in your application. This will also save you time and money, and I think it's episode 21 that is going to be all about your New York audition tours, so definitely hold out for that. It'll be out in a couple weeks. I have a very big passion about it, and I'm super excited to talk about it with you, so if you have any questions about a New York audition tour, definitely shoot it into our DMs so that I can get that on the list to talk about.
We want to make sure that we're answering the questions that you need to hear about. So yeah, definitely put those in our DMs. As the audition acceptances and rejections come in, make sure you track those too. Did you receive an audition? If so, where was the audition held, when, and did they specify any additional requirements? Like they decided to change one of their selections and now they want a musical theater piece or they need a monologue or something like that. If you didn't get an audition, did they give you any information as to why? Is there any reason that you can see that you didn't get the audition? Was it just not right for you? There wasn't a role. There was one soprano spot and you're one of a million sopranos, stuff like that.
Mood.
So
many times.
As you can tell, we're speaking from
a very soprano point of mind.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe the rep was too advanced or they're looking for singers who can perform multiple roles throughout their season, and maybe you just were fit for one or wasn't all. Make sure you make those notes too, either in your notebook or on your tracker, just so you remember those little details.
Audition seasons can be very emotionally taxing, expensive, and overwhelming, but setting yourself up for success from the start can really help alleviate some of this stress. Remember, you've got this, and we are always here to help.
So we just threw a lot of information at you. Do this and do that, but what can you do right now? Start by taking a look at opera companies' websites. Even if their audition information isn't quite out yet, they may have already announced their season. See if there are any roles that you'd be suitable for, and make a list of these companies so you have a head start on which companies you know for sure you want to apply for.
If you haven't already, definitely sign up for Yap Tracker. We know that it's a paid subscription, but if you would like, we do have a discount code that will be linked in the show notes below.
I know that everyone has mixed feelings about Yap Tracker, but there's so many gigs on it, and it's a really great place to start if you don't know where to start. If you're new to the audition scene, just it's a great place to get your feet wet.
And not all companies require you to have a paid membership to be applying to them, but a lot of the bigger ones do. So it's definitely worth the investment, and it's tax deductible. It's something that is specifically for your career.
Thank you so much for listening. Are you interested in growing your singing career but not sure where to start? Sign up for our newsletter to gain access to all of our freebies.
Ellen and I want to make sure that we can keep getting new information out to the singing community, but to do that, we need your help. If you want to help keep Modern Singer going, we would really love the support. Even $1 will help. You can donate to us on PayPal and through the Drop a Tip link on all of our platforms.
Looking for the resources we mentioned today? Everything is linked in the show notes below.
Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.